What is up, everybody? We're back here at King Film Sports for the Week 12 betting locks and game predictions. But here we have the recap of a very successful week number 11. So first, we had the 2-unit play, our second 2-unit lock of the season. And like the first one, it hits big time as we had the Colts plus 7.5, an outrageous number. Not only do the Colts cover the big spread, they end up winning by 25 points, I think. So Colts win big there, cash the 2 units. We also had the Niners minus a 6 in Jacksonville. They made light work of the Jags, winning by 20 points there. Then we have the Cowboys money line plus 130 in Kansas City. They absolutely flopped against the Chiefs. Offense couldn't do anything. Obviously without a few key pieces, but only 9 points against the Chiefs. Chiefs offense didn't even play that well there, but Dallas ends up losing there. And that brings us to 2 units up on the week. So 12.6 units up through 11 weeks brings us closer to our goal of 20 units up by the end of the NFL regular season. And then we bounce back big time with the game picks, going 11-4. So after a few rough weeks there for the game picks, we finally bounce back. Now we get into the Week 12 action where we have a big Thanksgiving slate. So I will provide you guys with a couple of locks there. And then we have Paul's prediction of the week with the Bucs at the Colts. So first here we have the Bears at the Lions. Not really sure what to make of this game. Give me the better team in the Bears. I think they might have Justin Fields in this one, but I'm erring on the side of Andy Dalton. For the Lions, maybe they have Jared Goff, maybe it's Tim Boyle, but I think the Bears are just a better team here. I don't think the Lions get their first win of the season. Give me the Bears and their strong defense to hold the Lions down, get the win on Thanksgiving. Next, we have the Raiders at the Cowboys. This is the first betting lock of the week. In this game, give me Las Vegas Raiders plus the 8 points. Give me the dog here. I know they've looked terrible the last 3 weeks. They haven't put up more than 16 points, and the defense has played abysmal. But I think they bounce back here in a big spot on primetime. And the Cowboys, look, a short week for this team that had a dreadful performance against the Chiefs, notably because they were without a few players, but they're without those same players in this game, so I don't think the offense is going to be that efficient. I don't think they're going to put up 30 points against this Raiders D. And then for the Raiders offense, I think they need a bounce-back performance, so I think they'll put up more than 16 points, and I think they will keep it within a touchdown there. Next game, we have the Bills at the Saints. The primetime game, give me the Bills minus the 4 points. Look, they've looked pretty bad over the last few weeks. Even in their wins, they just haven't looked like this Buffalo Bills team that we're accustomed to seeing. I think on primetime, Josh Allen gets it back together. I think this Bills offense comes to play, and I just don't think Trevor Siemian is the answer that the Saints need. I don't think he's going to propel them towards the playoffs. I think the Saints' woes continue here at home, so give me the Bills to win big minus the 4 points. Next game, as I mentioned, Bucs at Colts. We have Paul's pick of the week.
All right, boys, I'm back with my pick of the week. It was nice to see that my losing streak finally ended with the Patriots. Picked the Patriots by 7. They won by a lot more. And this week, Ryan's got me doing the Colts and the Bucs. This is going to be a very fun game to watch, boys. This is going to be very fun. It's going to be a huge trench game. It's going to be one at the line because the Colts are loving to run the ball right now. They have one of the best offensive lines, one of the best running backs in the game, and the Bucs have one of the best running defense in the league. So it's going to be interesting. There are going to be a lot of large human bodies just colliding. The Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, Quentin Nelson, sumo wrestling at the line. It's going to be fun to watch. But with that being said, my pick of the week, I got the Bucs by 5. I think they're getting more healthy. Their offense starting to click a little more after that tough loss against Washington. It's gonna be really interesting, but I think that the Bucs are gonna stop Jonathan Taylor, and Carson Wentz is gonna be forced to throw the ball a little bit. So I'm taking the Bucs by 5. Hopefully we keep this winning streak going. That's my pick of the week.
And with that, we go to the next game. Jets at the Texans, 2-8 teams. Pretty bad matchup to pick here, but in this game, give me the Jets to get the victory in Houston. I know the Texans shocked the Titans last week, and a lot of people are high on them, but never forget they cashed in on 5 turnovers by the Titans. It wasn't really their offense or anything. Now, I don't think the Jets' quarterbacks or offense is that good, but I think they are a better team than the Houston Texans. Robert Saleh is a decent head coach, so I think the Jets go into Houston and get a big win in Texas. Next game, we have an NFC East matchup between the red-hot Eagles and the downward spiraling Giants. Here, give me the Philadelphia Eagles. This matchup is always tough in the NFC East. But I think the Eagles, with Jalen Hurts playing as well as he is, I think the Eagles' offense is rolling. They could potentially put up 30 points in this one. And then Daniel Jones, I mean, even though the Giants fired Jason Garrett, I don't think he's going to be much better here. So give me the Eagles to win that game. Next game, we have the Panthers at the Dolphins. I wanted to take Miami at home here, but give me the Panthers to bounce back after last week. I think Cam will play better. He did play decently last week, but just another week in the system, learning Matt Rule's playbook, I think that will do wonders for him. So I think the Panthers' offense will play decently, and it just comes down to I think Cam Newton will play a better game than Tua. I know Tua's been playing pretty well this last month when he's been healthy, but give me Carolina to go in Miami and get a close victory there. Next game, we have the Titans at the Patriots. This has big AFC playoff implications. Titans have not looked good the last couple of weeks, and a lot of people are jumping on the Patriots here. Give me the Titans plus the 7 points. They've had 3 very embarrassing performances this year. First one, week 1, they lost by 25 to the Cardinals. Then they lost in MetLife to the Jets. And then this last week, they lose at home to the Texans. But I know they don't have King Henry to save them for this one, but I think Tannehill plays a lot better. I don't think he throws 4 picks, even though it is against a good New England defense. So I think the Titans' offense will come to play. I think Tannehill will be a lot more efficient in this game, and I think Mac Jones is being a little overrated by the media. I don't think he's a savior to this franchise like a lot of people are making it out to be. He's no Tom Brady yet. So I think if the Titans can stop the Patriots' run game, they can make this game really close. I think 7 points is a lot for this great Tennessee Titans team. So give me the Titans to bounce back, make this one a close game within the 7 points. Next game, we go to the AFC North. Steelers at Bengals. In this one, got to take the Bengals at home. They looked so good in Las Vegas last week. And the Steelers, I know they mounted that fourth quarter comeback, but that was kind of fluky. They had the blocked punt, and then they had the tipped interception off someone's helmet. Those gave them 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I don't really buy their offense with Big Ben, so I think the Bengals get this victory, and they complete the sweep against Pittsburgh. Next, we go to a southern matchup between the Falcons and the Jaguars. In this game, you got to take the Falcons. I know they've looked terrible these last couple of weeks, losing by 40 to the Cowboys, losing by 25 to the Patriots, but they're a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars with Urban Meyer. I really would not want to watch this game, but I think the Falcons have more talent, and Matt Ryan and that Falcons offense just being embarrassed on primetime. I mean, I know they want to see a bounce-back performance there, so give me Atlanta to bounce back there in Jacksonville. Next game, we have an AFC West matchup. Chargers, if they win this, they can take back the crown on the AFC West, and I think they will. It'll be a tough division matchup. You're going to the Broncos, who have had a bye before this game, playing in the Mile High City. Never easy, but Herbert played well on primetime. So I think the Chargers get this victory in Denver. I think he's a much better quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater. I think it's going to be close because I don't really trust the LA defense. But in this game, you got to take the Chargers to win in Denver. Next game, we get on to a slew of betting locks. The fourth one here of the week. and we have a very, very exciting matchup. Rams going to Lambeau Field. Big NFC playoff implications here. And in this one, give me the Rams at even money, plus 100 on the money line. They've lost 2 games coming into this one, then they just had a bye. McVay off of a bye is something that I don't want to bet against. And Stafford hasn't been looking good recently. He had an MVP-type campaign going on before, so I think he does bounce back. I think he has a big performance against this Packers defense. I mean, hell, if Kirk Cousins can light this Packers defense up, I think Stafford will be able to. And then you have Aaron Rodgers on the toe injury. I think he will be able to put up numbers against this Rams defense who hasn't looked very good. But in the end, off of a bye, give me McVay and the Rams to pull off the upset there. Next game, we have another afternoon game. Vikings at the Niners. In this game, I'm taking the Niners minus the 3 points. I know a lot of people are high on this Vikings team because, frankly, they could be a lot better than their 5-5 record. They've had a few big leads slip away, and obviously you see that what they are capable of with that upset victory of the Packers last week. But in this game, I love how the Niners have been running the ball. I think they'll have Elijah Mitchell in for this game, but just a full complement of their weapons on offense. Offensive line has been playing great. And then you have Kittle, Debo, Ayuk's been playing well. So I think Shanahan has gotten into his groove, and Minnesota's defense isn't as good as in past years. So I think the Niners will be able to lock up the time of possession, and they're really going to put the pressure on Kirk Cousins to score in this game, and Niners defense has been playing pretty well. They're good at forcing the mistakes in these last couple of weeks. So give me the Niners, only favored by a field goal there at home. I think they get a big dub and further the momentum there. Next game and last betting lock of the week, Sunday Night Football, Browns at Ravens. In this game, give me the Ravens minus 3 in the hook on prime time. I am trusting that Lamar Jackson will be available for this game. It's kind of stupid the amount of games he misses because of COVID-19 protocols and illnesses and things like that. So he better not miss this primetime game because that would be disastrous. And really, I think if he plays, I think he can light up this Browns defense. Browns defense has not been very impressive this season. And then it really just comes down to the Browns offense just has looked lethargic these last couple of weeks. I know Baker Mayfield can play a lot better. He is very injured right now, broken humerus, torn labrum, so he's not at his full potential. Browns, I think they're going to mail it in because they do have a bye next week. They're just limping along here to that bye week at 6-5, not really playing well. They got smoked by the last decent team they played, which was the Patriots. So in Baltimore here on primetime, give me Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to win big. Next and final game, we have a Monday night game, and this game is probably for the Seahawks season. I mean, if they fall to 3-8, I think they are just done. And in this game in Washington, I have the football team winning this game. I think Taylor Heineke has been on a heater recently, and you combine that with Antonio Gibson's been playing pretty good in the run game. Football team offense has been stellar the last couple of weeks. So I think if they play like that again against a subpar Seahawks defense, it could be trouble. And Russell Wilson, I know he's coming off that finger injury, but he's not looking that much better than Geno Smith did replacing him. So Russell Wilson, he's going to have to play a hell of a game here to beat this football team in Washington, and I don't think he has it in him. He hasn't done anything to prove that that will be the case. So in this game, I have the Washington football team beating Seattle Seahawks. And with that, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on my Week 12 predictions in the comments. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.